Pick ban here for the finals. And we'll mention that while
Hospitalized
we're
versus
filling
League of
time.
Liquor. We got a best of 5 on our hands. The LCC Season 2 Finals. We're playing for the $100 grand prize and all the glory you can swing a stick at. As Maokai comes through as the first ban for Hospitalized, answered potentially by Tarek immediately for League of Liquor, taking that out of the hands of Abraxo, and it will be locked in.
Whisper being shown a lot of respect here. I think that's good. I think it's due. The Alawi taken away, so not the Scion but the Alawi, and this is part of the late season iteration that we're talking about. And instantly the Ivern comes through, even after the ban, or even after the nerf.
Yep, I think Ivern's one that you really got to be prepared to play against, and just due to the nature of his jungle pathing, it's quite unusual. And if you're not used to it, it's tough to practice against because how many Ivern players are out there that are going to be doing it as well as Whittle?
Yep.
And we're on to the first pick. Who do you think we're going to see here? I think Hospitalized probably not going to first pick either of their bot lanes, so we could see a jungle or mid come out. But the Braum locked through. I don't know why I said that. I mean, they've been picking their supports early on the whole time, but I've already put my foot in my mouth as we've got Lux as the answer for League of Liquor.
Yeah, I do think that this Lux would go mid, and that is that is potentially counterable here by Crimson. We'll have to see what Yoni has prepared into Lux. I would expect this to be, well, it's a flex. It could definitely go support, and Caitlyn Lux would be a great lane, and that is what they lock in. So not sure what they'll answer. No matter what, into Caitlyn Lux, the Braum is already going to be a weaker lane. Jarvan left up. Yeah, wow, and they're quick here,
Jarvan
Jason.
taken away by Hospitalized. So this is that shared pick, as we mentioned, in the jungle, but also this is a flex pick for the top side, as Lux could also be a flex pick between Dahl and Bassoon as the support and mid laner. Kaisa hovered. Really, the champion that I would say Agatio made his name on in the LCC after his first Kog'Maw game, where Hospitalized said, "Oh, this works," and then we saw a lot of Kaisa coming through. Very adept in team fighting, mid game and late game on this Kaisa. Agatio, going to be very happy to pick this up. The Kaisa Braum. Tell me how strong is that lane?
It doesn't synergize extraordinarily well. There's nothing that Kai'Sa can do to pump out additional autos. It's not like a Lucian or anything like that, or a Sivir with an auto reset. But that being said, Braum should provide the security and the being able to shield away both the Lux and Caitlyn ultimate with that shield will be really nice. Amumu here locked in, and this is what I was kind of hinting at before. Amumu, a fairly easy to pick up champion. And Whisper not afraid to break out a brand new champion here in the finals. So this will be, a League of Liquor first Amumu. We'll have to really pay attention to the way that he uses Bandage Toss in order to increase his clear speed and how effective he's able to be with his, with his champion.
Yeah, not too difficult to play, as you mentioned. We don't see the Curse of the Sad Bullet time come through, as Miss Caitlyn is locked in already for League of Liquor. But Caitlyn does enjoy in Amumu. Those stuns really set you up for traps for your Piltover Peacemakers to follow up with a Lux Snare and a Finales Funkin over the top. Do you think this Jarvan is going to be a top lane Jarvan or a jungle Jarvan?
With the Poppy ban,
We don't
it
see
looks
anything
like
quite yet.
League of Liquor looks to be expecting this as a top lane Jarvan. I think that there are other options.
I think I'm leaning that way as well.
It does
Especially
look like
into the Amumu jungle. Jarvan doesn't love playing into Amumu because you really just give him every opportunity that he wants to land bandage tosses and tantrums onto you.
It does really look like they want to force this Lux into support, but they're banning out the mid lane champ. So Dahl, if Dahl does not pilot this Lux, we will see Dahl on a new mid lane champion.
Yeah, I think League of Liquor is going to be happy with this draft so far. They've got their Lux, they've got their Caitlyn. Dahl is favors the Lux, and Caitlyn is one of the highest banned picks against League of Liquor at 6 out of 15 of their games so far this season. And the set comes through after the Darius, so this is a unique pick for Matt in the top lane.
It's a nice answer to the style that TJ wants to play. TJ wants to help his team engage, and this is really going to just take TJ straight out of the fight, let his team fight in the 4v4.
Send him right back in.
That's right. So Yeah, it is definitely an interesting approach to the draft. We'll have to see, as it looks like the Crimson Yoni is going to pick up the Ziggs here. And still, we are slowing down in the pick phase. It looks like these teams are deliberating, are discussing. We're maybe into unforeseen territory with a set. And what do they want to play into it? It does look like it's going to be a Jarvan jungle. So with Diana and Poppy still up, they pick Jarvan for the flex and they flex it jungle. It's just going to be Cho'Gath, which, if anything, for set is a better target to haymaker onto the backline.
I don't love it, but we're gonna see if Hospitalized can bring it through. So set can only use it on one person. So if Jarvan jumps in and he chooses to use it, then Cho'Gath's gonna be harassing your backline, and a Morgana locked
is the
in,
pick,
so
which is probably a Lux mid.
Probably Morgana support. So they've got the bind connection with Lux and Morgana. Gonna be a huge DC lockdown if anybody gets picked off. League of Liquor's got a bit of a pick comp, bit of a team fight comp. But so let's take a look. Hospitalized League of Liquor. We've got our first matchup set, and both teams should be getting prepared to go into the match. Yep. Welcome back to the Rift. We were prepared to fill, but we do not need to. We're back into the action. I'm so excited, and I hope everybody's excited. Let us hear you in the chat.
I mean, the finals.
Game 1 of the finals for the LCC Season 2. It does not get any better. I think everybody's hoping for a silver scrapes out there today. We'll see if these teams can bring it to us. I've got a bit of a hitch in my get up at 28 seconds,
30,
but we're back into
31.
it.
Perfect. Yep, we're together.
Little guy.
All right, as long as we don't have the Samira issue, we're gonna be very happy. All right, we see some predictions. Yeah, let's see some predictions in chat. 3-1 League of Liquor. Is it going 5? Are we gonna see a 3-0 sweep? What's happening? Let us see it in chat as we head onto the Rift and see our action. It's a 5-point defense. Both of these teams not. I'm a little shocked to see no level 1 strategy in game 1 here.
Yeah, I think both teams wanted to play it safe. They don't want to coin flip their match at the start of the best of 5. They want to just try to play it safe and get through this without ruining their mental. I'm still looking at the lineup, and I'm always surprised when Abraxo gets Braum or Taric. But I think it's because Hope and Bassoon have locked in the Morgana Lux, the Morgana Caitlyn. It's a strong lane should be able to answer the. I was looking at the champion. I just still said the wrong name.
No, yeah,
you've really got it in my head now. So I'm hoping I don't do it too much.
I think the important things to note: there's no flash topside for TJ. Okay, it's Ghost teleport, right?
Oh my goodness, you're right.
Both of these supports taking exhaust instead of ignite, right? So a lot less. And look at this damage as Matt is already going out of TJ and below 40% already. TJ somewhat dominated in lane as the first couple of skill shots in all of our lanes are being fired out. Doll and Crimson testing each other.
We can expect Yoni to have a bit of a push priority. Ziggs just has a little bit lower cooldowns in the early game. Before these, once both of these champions get their lost chapter, it's going to be a bit of a wash. They can just clear these waves very safely. Yoni getting a very nice ward, immediately picking up that this is a topside start for Whisper, clearing out the Raptors. Matt, gotta get great trade on a TJ level 1, but I think this could even out quite nicely. Cho'Gath is quite resilient in the top side, able to use his carnivore passive to get his HP back up, and it's only level 1, so those level ups are going to be pretty impactful. No action from the level 2 bot side, so we'll have to keep an eye out for the level 3.
Yeah, and we see Matt with a deep ward here. Just returning to lane now after it. So both junglers spotted heading bot side. A nice shield timing from Abraxo.
Ooh, and we see an invade attempt from Will Guy, and there's already a ward here from League of Liquor to spot him out. So I really like this ward.
Yeah,
Whisper is spotted.
He is a camp ahead, so he did his Raptors. He's able to show up here as the Bandage House will land into a binding. He does buffer it with the Flagon Dragon. He is forced to flash out here as instantly so aggressive already, and the trading going down. And so Whittle forces flash, and that's our MVP with an aggressive game 1 play, sussed out and found out by League of Liquor. Great. And that's
really
what we were talking
nice
about, Jason.
From League of Liquor.
Exactly.
Prepared for and answered wonderfully. 4-man collapse. The Flagon Drag buffering that pull was essential.
The shield comes through, and the flash is forced out as TJ forces the flash on to Matt. Wow, what a a turn of events here topside. Matt really, and now he's
Those
gonna
Orbital
look to
Spikes
back.
ain't nothing to play with. TJ finding himself a level up, and HP sitting comfortably, gonna pull that TP and flash out of Matt in the top side. Could see a gank on the mid lane from Whisper after he clears out this scuttle. There is no vision available for Yoni. But Doll is out of mana, so I'm not sure how much is going to come of it. But Whittle Guy in the bot side.
Binding lands from Bassoon as the flag and drag will come through. A beautiful black shield timing, but Bassoon is out of mana. It looks like there's trying to be a counter gank as Whisper will roll forward, but the Winter's Bite lands onto the Amumu, and that sad little present will turn around with his ribbon between his legs and just turn the other way.
Yep, Yoni collapsing the wave into the mid tower. I think Whisper's going to be eyeing that, but Whittle Guy knows, and he's walking forward. Use this
flag and drag
right
into bandage toss. It is hit, so there's no escape here and no flash onto him. We'll see if he can stick onto him. A second bandage toss, and it's going to be a first blood, a solo bolo, as the Amumu for Whisper picks up the kill. A huge play here, and just a gorgeous jungle timing.
Offside.
Yeah, Matt and TJ are going to go all in on each other. The Ghost out, he is going to escape.
And a great choice from Matt, looking to freeze the wave right outside his tower and make use of this set regen. He knows that TJ is going to have to reset and teleport back out. He wants to make the punishment stick as much as he can. But Matt knows this trick well. He's sitting at 300 HP, and he's going to be forced back out after TJ gets back to lane, and he will soon hit level 6. So happy to be picking up his CS lead, but will push the wave out and is going to have to take a reset of his own. After TJ TP's in. I really want to go back to that Whisper play. Very well played, patient, using his vision from the scuttle, and punishing the roam up from Whittle Guy to try to answer his potential gank onto mid lane. There was no vision, and Whittle Guy burned his flag and drag, and just a great double buff rundown from Whisper, and even had support from, I believe it was Doll, right behind him to make sure it stuck. That was a great play out of them.
Hugely impactful at this point in the game. Nice little sidestep from Yoni there. And the pings come down. There is a ward here, but we'll see if Doll is able to get out. And instead, they do just take the ward. Whittle will back off, and it's a gank topside. It's 4 into 6. Matt is not here, only level 5. The Feral Scream does miss, but Whisper decides to back it up anyways, and this is a perfect opportunity for Whittle to go for the invade onto his Raptors. He will smite them away, and so an XP lead here in the jungle, and about 8 up. Both junglers seeing each other here.
But down a kill, so I think overall pretty even. I think it's a little bit early to try to get a kill, but he set Matt up to get a nice freeze. And I like that Hospitalized immediate answer is to pressure these top Void Grubs. TJ should be able to feast one, get a free legendary monster stack.
Bassoon roams up here. It's a flash forward. It's going to be a flash into Binding as the Showstopper will come through. Whittle Guy has to flag and drag out. There's no flash here for TJ as he will be pulled back and assassinated with a Haymaker. So Whisper and Matt combining topside. Bassoon on the cross-map roam as Abraxo and Agateo aren't able to punish any further. It is about a 13 CS lead for Agateo. But yeah, Abraxo slow on the roam there, and yeah, but Bassoon there for the pressure.
Yeah, Yoni arrived, but just unable to help. The 2v2 in the topside jungle, able to bring it home. Doll taking a lot of damage, going to be forced to reset soon. HPZ is picking up the Constellation Dragon, and they picked up one of these Void Grubs. That was a feast stack onto TJ, and then Matt pushed the wave back out. He's making good use of freezes onto this TJ Cho'Gath, and trying to build himself a nice creep lead.
Oh, and they're just going to go for the full dive here, as Hope could be in trouble. The Black Shield does finally come through, but the flash is forced out, and so Hope escapes there at the use of the Summoner spell. Neither of these carries have back yet, and look at Whisper. Whisper on a cross map, invade here. Great. I mean, these junglers just really putting on a clinic for how to jungle and how to, punish.
He is spotted out by TJ, the level 7 Cho'Gath roaming over. Whisper does not have 6. Did that force the smite out? No, TJ
he got
stole it, I believe.
No, I think Whisper got that. It was very close, but he does hit 6 off of that. I honestly don't know what it was.
Would have been quite a nice deal.
I thought the Rupture was going to steal that, but
I think it was just his, just the tears on the ground managing to pick up that Gromp. So fortunate for Whisper managing to get his level 6 off that. Moving to his bot side of the map, he's got a full clear to run through, and no objectives up. So I think we're going to see a gank potentially pull out this Curse of the Sad Mummy. Hopefully it pulls a kill for League of Liquor. Trades continue to go down across the map. Bot lane pushing out for Team Liquor, Team League of Liquor.
We seem to be entering a little bit of a farming phase here. Both junglers returning to their camps. Lots of camps up for Whisper. Almost all of his camps, actually. And Whittle is preparing probably to gank bot side again, based on his pathing. And so, that being said, let's take a look at the gold for either matchup. It is about 800 ahead in top lane. Mid is pretty even as we see another engaged top side as the Feral Stream comes through into the critical zone of the Haymaker. So Matt with another nice trade. These 80s are pretty even. Whisper with about a 500 gold lead. So yeah, about 1,200 total for League of Liquor.
Yep. I think we're going to see the top lead gold advantage continue to grow in favor of League of Liquor. Huge Mega Inferno Bomb lands on a doll, but it's not going to provide kill pressure quite yet. Teleport is down.
Yeah,
nice.
Does hit the final
back.
spark. Oh, so close.
Yeah,
Crimson
Minefield
Yoni
almost providing the damage they needed. Whisper is on the bot side. Could
another
answer
binding lands.
as...
Winter's Bite is there, and so this could be the chance. There's finally no Black Shield onto Hope. Hope is going to use the barrier, but it's too little too late. As Whisper shows up, does land a bandage toss onto Agateo, and it's a gorgeous Curse of the Sad Mummy, but there's no damage. Hope is already dead, and League of Liquor will all go down. That is 3 down as the bot side play swings for Team Hospitalized.
Yep, this gold advantage swings the same way. 16,000 gold on a Team Hospitalized as Matt proxies the creep wave against TJ. He said, I'm done with freezing the wave. I'm just going to keep piling the pressure on. I saw everybody in the bot side of the map. I've got the space, and I'm going to take it. 107 CS, 2 kills, 1 assist onto Agateo as he has 4,600 gold. He is 1,300 gold up on Hope after that play. Hope does have some CS to pick up to even it up a little bit. But a great play. Whisper, unfortunately, was in the area but started walking up and then is just a few seconds late to be able to support Hope. Great engage from Hospitalized to get their bot lane set up. It's a little later than we usually see, but now 10 minutes into the game, they turn it on.
Yeah, and two of those kills going
to be watching.
Yeah, 2 of those kills going to our kill leader. That pushes Agateo over 150 kills this season, Jason. 151 kills currently for the league leading kill leader, Agateo. Congratulations on setting an absolutely astronomical number. But we are far from over yet. He's not going to be thinking about that at all. He's going to be thinking how to push this advantage here. And it's a BF sword and serrated Dirk for this Caitlyn. Caitlyn's not in an unhappy item place right now.
Can you take a second and check if you're dropping frames on OBS? I'll go ahead and just cover what's happening. We have Whisper starting up the Void Grubs. He bandage tossed over the wall, and we have Matt with a huge priority proxying the next wave again. So TJ is going to be locked to his tower. Whittle guy clearing out a pink ward in the mid lane. And we have a steal from Yoni sending up the Mega Inferno Bomb to pick up one of these Void Grubs. So that's 2 going over as pretty much just steals for Hospitalized. They're making sure that these Void Grubs don't get out of hand, giving all 6 over. 2 quick little pickups from them, 1 out of each spawn as we're 1 minute away from the dragon. How are these how are those frames looking?
Yep, says stream quality is good. I do have 1% drop frames over the last several since we went live, but yeah.
Yeah, so okay, people reporting the stream is laggy. Could you try a refresh and let us know how it's going? As we're just going to continue on, but wanted to take a second to check it. Thank you very much, Jags. Ooh, a nice push forward from Doll. We're not seeing a lot of 1v1s just due to the lane matchup. We've got Ziggs and the Lux, but they're definitely trading blows back and forth. They don't want to sit idly by.
Whisper onto TJ. Matt and Whisper trying to make it happen as the flash showstopper comes through. A bandage toss into the Haymaker, into the Curse of the Sad Mummy. All of the abilities go down. That's a flash and 2 ultimates. TJ, all he used was Ghost, so maybe that's one where you all chat worth. But at the end of the day, he's, Matt is going to continue to push this lead. That's 2 kills onto Matt, 2 kills onto Agateo. Both of these teams have some clear win conditions that are, rearing up and ready to go.
Yep. Thanks. Shout out to Chopples subscribing, and I think he mentioned it correctly earlier in the match. This is
Whittle
a
is here on a
scary
Bassoon.
matchup for Joe.
Bassoon will drop, and yeah, That's another. They just repeat gank. They return gank. They had no vision in that bush. He went over to ward it, and Whittle was already there. He'd actually been on the Gromp that whole time, so just taking advantage, and yeah, really making it count. And this is not first tower, but this will be the first tower for Team Hospitalized. They will even up the towers here. Some turret shots.
They've got their strength positioned into the bot side as Dragon spawns. Matt taking a couple turret shots top, but I think Hospitalized is going to pick up their second dragon of the game.
Yeah, we just saw
getting that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and we just saw TJ feast a caster minion, so he will take the stack here, but definitely limits the ability to teleport in and be effective in a team fight. A second dragon goes down. Gold is pretty even here, and with a 2-dragon advantage, it is 4-2 in Void Grubs. Well, you know, if you had to pick up and play one of these teams, which side would you rather be playing right now, Jason?
I think I'd be happy to be playing on a Hospitalized side. We've got all of our gold index on Agatio, but a Bassoon is going for a Shackles onto Abraxa. We'll just hop away from that.
Dodge there.
I think I'm always pretty happy having this much gold concentrated onto my carry player. As we mentioned in the rundown, like Hope and Agatio are really the characters on these players on these teams that you're looking to provide that gold, funnel it into them, and then go into the late game. However, League of Liquor has their own personality in the top side. Matt, who likes to take these resources for himself, and I think we've seen this kind of game before for League of Liquor earlier in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
perhaps when they matched up in the regular season, even a bit of a reversed advantage, right? We've got Matt and Whisper feeling very strong in the top side, but then we've got Whittle and Agatio really bringing the heat in the bot side of the map.
And they're continuing to push this topside advantage. Again, they are down in Dragons, but Abraxo and Agateo are going to look for something out of Dahl. They actually end up not going for it. Dahl 2 levels up here, having the level 11 ultimate. That is a pretty big, breakpoint for Lux, Ludens, and level 11. And that being said, Whittle does actually the Herald is going to go over to Matt here. So Set, Set is set up, and Hope kind of left alone. Actually, wow! Actually, that I can't believe that Crimson Yoni is able to save the tower with the Mega Inferno bomb.
Able to clear out that wave, and I wonder if we're going to see Hope switch to mid lane, because I don't think the Lux Morgana is a very strong duo to have. Covering mid. TJ unfortunately hurt by the way they changed Warple Scream about 5 years ago.
Yeah, Matt could be in trouble.
Accidentally shoot it backwards.
There's no haymaker here. It is a big cooldown, and the Rupture will land. The Flagrant Drag is going to miss, but he will eventually go down. He uses the Showstopper at the end, but it's not his show that he's putting on. It's Team Hospitalized as he does visit Gray Screen. So that's Matt's first trip to the Death Realm. And we'll have
Matt
to see
loves
here.
to play a pressure-absorbing top side of the map, but he's not on Alawi this game. He's only on the set. He can put up a lot of fight, but he does go down fairly easily to the 3-man roam from top side. No pressure available on the rest of the map to give him any indication. We've seen a lot of good warding this game early on, but I think it's starting to fall off a bit. I want to see more forward warding onto jungle ramps for spotting out Whittle. You really want to get wards on his camps. You want to see his rotation early so you can predict it and be able to react to those ganks ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going to see instances like we saw these double and triple roams to the bot side. You've got to know that Whittle's coming down so that you can prepare accordingly.
You know what? One of the things I want to mention is how smart this Ziggs pick is. Now we're seeing a second ultimate used just to clear a wave in the side lane, and we can really see what the intention is. It's not for the lane; it's to answer Matt with wave clear. That is the one thing that Matt cannot do with is a mid lane champion like Aurelion Sol or Ziggs or Anivia, something like that. That's just got a ton of wave clear that you can't split push into, and yeah, I mean, extraordinarily fascinating
One
to see
potential
it.
answer is sending over your jungler to try to just kill that mid laner instead.
Whisper
as
is
Herald is
hovering.
dropped by Matt in the bot side.
They see them
Whisper
here.
and
They might
Matt,
have numbers.
Yep, they could end up in their own 2v4, 2v5 situation as Hospitalized moves to collapse.
Teleport
Matt
is here,
and
but the
Whisper
pinch
trying
is
to get in
on.
position.
The pinch is on. Matt might be out too far as Whittle is going to be looking to engage here. It is going to be another showstopper, but not enough damage at this point. He's only got Stridebreaker, and the junglers are fighting each other on the other side. It is a nice shutdown kill here. Cross map mid lane happens. Junglers are gonna end up getting away from each other, but Agateo going down mid to Hope. Hope using barrier and ultimate at the end of that fight, and coming out with a win. So ultimates used by both AD carries, barriers used by both AD carries, but only one remains on the rift. Hope now has to flash out as the Cataclysm will get dunked. And yeah, he at the end of the day, it's not enough. But this is a solo bolo in the side lane for Crimson Yoni, and all of a sudden,
I missed it.
blood is absolutely shedding on the rift. TJ trying to stack the Heartsteel now, but another bind from Bassoon. The Flag and Drag will miss as the Curse the Sad Mummy lands onto both. The Shackles land onto both. Gorgeous timing. Whisper has to flash away. The Feast is off cooldown, but he's not in range. And Matt will go for the pull, but it doesn't land. And so the pool picks up the kill.
Yeah, Whisper's going to heal up off this plant. A lot of blood in the water indeed as the chunk continues to fall. We had a bit of a slack mid game, or a slack early game, but the mid game is bloody. These teams are ready to go. Man, I wish I'd saw that catch topside from Dahl. We've seen back and forth trades of these ultis and these picks from Ziggs and Lux. A great play from them, pressuring out the top side of the map as Matt and Whisper try to pressure the bot side, picking up a bunch of waves and then a kill off the back end of it. Very well played by Dahl.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really wonder what happened with Agatio. He must have been so close to a pickup on Hope, and then Bassoon saving the day.
No, there was no assist. It was just I don't know
just
about an outplay or a misplay, but yeah, it was no assist. Hope picking up the kill on Agateo. My guess is that it was probably Kaisa W into the Killer Instinct, and Hope was able to escape with a flashing health bar, then finish him off with the ultimate and Collector. So probably,
that's so exciting.
We can go back and look at it, but Hope coming up absolutely huge for his team. And when you take a look at Team Gold,
it could have been just the Collector, right?
Absolutely.
That could have been the difference maker.
Only a couple $100, a couple hundred gold pieces, determining the gold lead in this game right now. Whittle with another, entry here. But it looks like Whisper might be taken out. He is going to land a Bandage Toss and the Agateo. There is no Curse the Sad Mummy. So the first stun comes through. Winter's Bite is very strong, and he is going to go down. Hope now needs Bassoon to do some of the heavy lifting as Killer Instincts away from the binding. It's a double kill already as he will continue to pick up. That is a third. It's a triple kill as a gorgeous haymaker, a gorgeous facebreaker lands, and it's a quadra kill. And the only one left is Dahl, but that is 4 for 0 and a quadra kill for Agateo as the league leading kill leader puts his stamp on game 1. Agateo has shown up, Hospitalized have shown up, and they head towards Baron.
Yeah, I really have liked this shift we've seen as after Matt died the first time, we've seen Whisper really trying to shadow him, staying invisible in the jungle, and I see what he was going for. He had Agatio caught out. He just had Agatio and Braxo together, but his team is just too far to collapse. Dahl with the laser over the top, but we will see the Feast finish that.
Might as well go for it, right?
More of a try, 100%.
All right, 6 kills here,
but just
on
a
Agateo.
little too far out. Otherwise, I think that could have been a really good play. 5 seconds later, we've got the curse up.
Exactly.
We've got Hope and Bassoon to follow up.
It's a game of margins, Jason, and 5 seconds would have made the difference. That being said, he's 3 levels down here on the Ziggs. Ziggs does have an ultimate. He's just going to teleport out, but a Bandage Toss will stop it. And he does have it stopped. We need to watch both mid and top. Second Bandage Toss is going to land, but look at all this damage as the Super Mega Bomb comes through. The cannon! Will he get hit with one more? He lives! And
I think Yoni could have just stopped and turned. He has so much damage pumped out on a Whisper, whose only items are built to stop Agatio from bringing him down. Oh my goodness! What a close.
I mean, we're talking about how it's a game of margins.
League of Liquor.
Wow.
Yeah. League of Liquor makes a great tempo play to pick up the mid tower. Great open up for them as they're starting to lose this mid tower with the Baron push, but it won't be off the back of Ziggs Baron losing in the top side of the map. Not quite picking up Whisper.
Facebreaker into Knuckle Down into Haymaker. That is the set combo. And it looks like TJ, with the healing actually and the stacking, is actually going to do okay into it. Finally, mid turret going down for Hospitalized. So I believe, they are still down a turret. League of Liquor has been more successful at getting turrets off the map, but they do have about a 3.5k gold lead here as we head into definitively the mid. Now, how much of this gold lead is the Baron? I'm not quite sure. Matt is looking for the all-in, and the shield is going to come through. The ghost comes out, but that will be the showstopper, and that is the end of TJ's stay on main stage as he heads to gray screen.
Yep, that showstopper is brutal in combination with that Stair Axe. Really a heartbreaker for Cho'Gath, but I think there's going to be a killer instinct in to pick up a kill onto Matt. Another one going over to Agatio. Abraxo almost picked that up.
He tried. Bite. If that had been me, I would have gotten that kill. But Agateo, of course, it goes to Agateo. His 7th kill already of game 1. All of League of Liquor
he's going
only
down
has
on this top tower. They may just decide to trade this dragon over. As Whisper's already moved, the entirety of League of Liquor moving over to set up this dragon. Hospitalized decide to change their mind. They're going to leave the top tower alone. Perhaps Yoni will pick that up at a later time, and they decide they want to answer this dragon, try to set themselves up for a soul point at 25 minutes into the game. We're 12-8, 45k to 41k.
They've got a bush here. They've got a bush, and Whittle and Abraxo are going to walk in.
This worked earlier.
The flag and drag is down.
Again,
There's no escape for Whittle.
They're not setting up vision.
Agateo is there.
Just walked by.
Agateo is alone. They see the bind come out. Whisper is going to hit the first bandage toss, and the ult comes through, but the flash is forced out. Agateo is still alive. Flag and drag out, and it will be an escape. And Hospitalized are going to be able to get out of this one. Bassoon is very low, but I don't know how they get in onto this dragon. They're going to go for it. They have to pincer, but dragon's already gone, and so a gorgeous use of vision here really is what it is by League of Liquor.
Really well played from League of Liquor. And honestly, a bit of a fumble from Hospitalized, just not checking that bush. They've got the standard, they've got wards. Abraxo and Whittle Guy both just walking by it when they know that League of Liquor had plenty of time to set it up. A bit disappointed in them, but very well played from League of Liquor, making that stick, stopping that soul point pickup, and bringing this game back to fairly even.
Yeah, let's talk about items. Are there any huge breakpoints? I see IE here for the Caitlyn.
We have a third item for our Kai'Sa. As the 7, 1, and 2,
and Seeker's Armguard too.
Really setting the pace.
Seeker's Armguard could be, huge in the next team fight. It probably the next team fight is the next Baron, right? So we'll have to watch out for that. We see Shadow Flame here completed for Doll, and definitely Sork Boots. So a lot of our champions hitting their item spikes. Is Storm Surge what you want to be going on, Ziggs?
I think Storm Surge, if you're landing onto these squishy targets, can be absolutely brutal. You throw out a Q, you throw out a bomb minefield combination, you're proccing that Storm Surge. You land the center bomb, you're proccing that Storm Surge. You might see it top right now. Not quite enough damage coming through.
One of the things I want to mention is the tank build for Whisper, because it is almost, aside from that single nullifying magic mantle, it is all armor, which means that the Ziggs and the Cho'Gath could just do tons of damage in these fights. It's really just itemized for Agateo and Whittle. But here we go.
Vision,
Whisper
but he does have a nice flank as the heal is. No, sorry, not the heal.
Yeah, no, the winner's fight is there. Able to land. TJ 3 levels up. It's going to be a bind onto TJ. The Whisper will come through. We're looking. They're going to fight. There's nothing to fight here for, but they want to rumble, and it will be a knockup here. Whisper flashes past the flag and drag. Oh my! A beautiful play onto the back, but his team isn't there to deal damage. Finally, the showstopper from Matt comes through, and it's a big shield, but it won't be enough as 2 are already down. It's a flash forward, and Hope has to flash out. That's already 3 dead, and Agateo is on the hunt along with the rest of League of Liquor. The flash forward and the dunk. It's a triple kill for Agateo as 4 go down for League of Liquor. Again, Doll isn't
the
there.
waves
Doll
are pushed out. There's no turret and immediate danger. But oh my goodness, a huge pickup from Hospitalized. And again, it's a game of inches. A few seconds later, and that could have been a huge collapse as there's 4 members from both teams. And Doll has teleport available. That could have been a totally different fight if we had access to the backline when Whisper flashed in.
Very low here, but they are going to siege and take this next turret. And the next thing, Jason, is the Baron. So
it's Baron.
They really... why did they fight there? Can you explain why both teams elected to take that fight there?
I think Whisper thought he had a nice lineup onto them. He had his bot lane right behind him, but Matt is just has to walk all the way up the river, flashes forward just to try to get there in time. But the damage collapse down onto Whisper is brutal. It can just take him out ahead of time. That Kaisa passive, let's check how much damage it's doing. It's oh man, that's such a crazy tooltip. Not going to read that, but that passive is doing a lot of damage in this game. As you mentioned, he's got exclusively armor built up so far outside of the singular null magic mantle, and there is a Gnasher Tooth, a Gwynthos, a Static Shiv dealing magic damage, and now a needlessly large rod and a Zhonya's completed for this Kaisa. They're 10-1, and you need to build some magic resist in HP. I love Frozen Heart personally. It's a nice cheap tank item as there's a fight going down bot side and the Baron is at half HP for Hospitalized. Go ahead and take it.
Bind is going to land onto the Abraxone, so this is the unstoppable. They might have to peel off here as the teleport comes out. Whisper is through and he is going to secure it, so it goes over to Legal Liquor. The Showstopper into the back. TJ is teleporting in, but it might be too little too late as the Haymaker lands across 3. Look at Hope on the side. Agateo is still alive. How is he managing this? Doll, and he's gorgeous! Gorgeous, he dodges both bindings. Bassoon and Doll trying to make it work for Legal Liquor. It's bloodshed across the rift. Doll, what can Doll do? Again, the last one alive.
To escape.
Oh, the W
the Kaisa W misses.
Yeah, TJ is on the hunt down, so it's a 4 for 3 across the rift. TJ absolutely will hunt this down, and this he hasn't hit anything yet, but here it is. This will be yeah, the final one. It's an ace for Team Hospitalized.
I think Doll could have kept running north and tried to regroup and escape. I think there was an option to run out of that bush besides to try to just take the fight.
Agateo's
Zhonya's
God in that fight. If you want to learn how to play AD carry, if you want to learn how to play Kaisa, go watch that play again because that was incredible. He is 13-1. The fact that he lived through that, I mean,
pixel perfect Zhonya's to dodge underneath the Lux Q. That stair's not gonna hit. It's not gonna deal damage.
Whisper's here. Whisper's here. Only level 13. Only level 13. He's 3 levels down.
He's here a few seconds early, but his team is coming quickly.
TJ has not backed. And it's going to be another showstopper. TJ will drop really quickly here. That's already 1 down. But down goes Matt as well. As the Curse the Sad Mummy hits 3, Crimson is able to pump out some additional damage. So 3 dead already. As Bassoon, not much he can do. And Agateo is just going to dive right in. Killer Instincts. He's got it. It's a quadra kill.
And that's going to be the end for League of Liquor in Game 1. I think we're going to push through. There's no Baron available, but they've got 4 up. And they've got the creep wave. Doll, the last one to defend. Oh man, off the back of 2 team fights, I think that Hospitalized might be able to end this first one.
Cool. It's still early. I mean, we're 31 minutes. We're not 40 minutes in yet. So
I take the inhibitor.
And I think that is the safe play. There's still, look at the side lanes, still tier 2s up in both side lanes. So plenty of gold on the map for them to take. They're just going to take this buff and the 3rd dragon, and it will push them to soul point as, yeah, we are continuing in here.
Sorry, I was playing as a stand-in for the audience. I got overexcited. Oh my lord, what a series of team fights. It just, as the second team fight started there, Killer Instinct came back up for Agateo. He is level 16. It's a short cooldown. He's almost at 6 items. When he backs, he's gonna have full gear plus a, he could have full gear plus a elixir just to top it all off. Kaisa is what he made his name on in the middle of the series, middle of the season, and he's looking to close out the season with another strong performance. 17-1 on the Kaisa pick.
Yeah. Wow. 17.
Yeah, but I think at this point in the game, it's just a damage difference.
Almost 100
They're
CS
just throwing the wallet at them. Matt and Whisper, I think, had pretty good positioning in that fight, able to hold off the front line, but the damage is just brutal. And again, we've got a Blood Mail coming in for Set, which is huge damage, great item for him, but there's just so much coming out of Agateo to tear them to pieces. And we see this Negatron cloak built out of the null magic.
Whisper only level 14. There are 3 of them here. They should just kill Whisper. He is going to be forced to flash out, and the call is onto Doll. Doll hasn't died nearly enough this game. They will rectify that as Doll drops. That's only the 2nd time this game. But yeah, this Lux hasn't gotten very much attention. They decide to change that real quick. TJ is going to push to the side lane. There's no teleport, so this is going to be a straight up 4v4 as the Showmaker does go down, but it's going to be a dunk on the side. That's already Crimson Yoni dead. What can Agateo do on the back? as Matt will drop on the backside as the Glacier Fissure comes through. Another flag and drag comes through for Whittle onto Whisper. Again, Krista said, Mummy, Killer Instinct is there. It's a double kill. Hope and Bassoon, what can they do? It's a 2 versus 3. And Whittle may be biting off more than he can chew, but the triple kill comes through. A flash forward, and it's a quadra kill. It's his 3rd quadra kill of the match.
Yeah, still that elusive Penta, unable to close it out. TJ pushing up the bot side. I think we're going to see a tutorial ending. Nope, TJ just walking past. Can't decide what he wants to hit, and we're going to go for the end of the game. I think this is a Hospitalized closing out game 1. I got a little excited earlier, but I think this one will do it.
Yeah, but everything goes down.
Hospitalized,
what can Dull do? I mean, really nothing. This is game 1. Jason, game 1. That's, I mean, Hospitalized, they came in, they picked the Jarvan, they picked the Cho'Gath kind of into the set. At the end of the day, they surprised with the Morgana. They had the Kayla Morgana. Yeah, I mean, we said that whichever AD carry was able to get, the gold lead early was going to be able to snowball the team. I do think that if Hope is able to find a gold lead here in Game 2 or in Game 3 of this series, that he will be able to do, push in a similar manner. It's about acquiring it in the first place. Agateo comes out successfully with Game 1, and Hospitalized are ahead in the series. It's 1-0 here. As we see a 34-minute, kind of honestly a banger of a game. That's game 1.